everybody, it is your girl Monique and welcome back to my channel. If you're oldie but goodie, welcome back. If you're just tuning in, thank you for tuning in. Today I'm bleaching my hair and I wanted to show you the steps that I've been doing, calling myself upgrading, doing this process. You have to forgive me. I spilled something on my hand already making a mess. So first off, I wanted to show you the supplies. Of course, you want to wear a shirt that you don't care about. Depending on what room you're doing your dyeing, you want to move stuff out of the way. You got a rug, sheets, or towels and stuff like that. You want to move that out of the way because stuff do splatter. It does stain. It does bleach because this is a bleaching agent. I purchased this from my Sally Beauty Supply store. This is called Color Brilliance in bright white, excuse me. And what this is a cream lightener, and it goes up to 8 levels. Okay. I also, from the same line, use their booster. It comes in a little tube like this. It kind of puts me in the mind of Olaplex of giving their product just a little enhancement. Okay. I have my plastic bowl. I have my spatula. I have my 20 volume developer, and the only reason why I'm using 20 is because I don't need for it to process as fast because my hair at the tips is already platinum. It's basically, I'm just lightening my roots, and they're not grown out long enough, and I don't want to cause a little bit more damage to the little shrubbery that I do have. You're going to need a spatula. Of course, I have a couple different ones, a plastic bag. I have my purple shampoo, the Bond Bar. I also purchased this from my local Sally Beauty Supply store. And one of the things I always use is I use my neutralizer. I don't care what nobody say. I use neutralizer because I do understand it's not a relaxer. But 9 times out of 10, after I have bleach, it's like I put a relaxer in. My hair becomes super, super straight and very, very fragile. And I like to use the neutralizer to stop any chemical process that's happening. So one of the things I wanted to mention to you, and you have to forgive me because I'm trying to get my mojo back. And if I'm not looking directly at the camera and I'm looking off center, I apologize for that. I eventually will get back into the mojo of looking where I'm supposed to look without looking crazy. So please forgive me for that. As you can see, I have tried to record the beginning of this video a couple of times, so that is why my developer is already mixed up. I first put the cream developer in, the cream lightener in, then I put my cream developer in, and then I use half of the bottle of the booster, and I have already mixed it up. I'm going to mix it up again. You know, anybody that bleaches their hair, or even if this is your first time, you know that this is time sensitive. So you can't have this stuff sitting around for a length of time before some damage happens. So I like to start in the middle of my hair. It's not really long enough to be making parts and stuff like that. So I'm just going to smoosh, smoosh, smoosh on the top. Top of my head produces the most heat or whatever. And the back of my head grows the fastest. So I have a big, as you can see, I have a big mirror in the back. So you'll see me looking at that mirror. You'll see me looking in front of me because I'm looking in that mirror. And yeah, this is how I personally get started. Now, if your hair is longer than my hair, then by all means, you're going to separate. And you're just going to do just the new growth. But my hair is not that long to do so. I also wanted to give you a friendly reminder. Although the odor is not as strong as a powder one, there's still an odor. So you want to keep your room well ventilated. You don't want to be in a closed-in area unless it has a window. Because, like I said, this stuff is super strong. I usually do the perimeter of the hair first. And then definitely want to hit that back of my head. All the important areas. I'm looking at the mirror behind me. So I want to show you what I'm doing. Getting that back right here. And then, of course, further down So now that you see I got the majority of my hair, now I'm going to take my time. I'm going to go around the perimeter of my head, so to speak. I want to get in my hairline. How I do it is I take it to my little bit of my sideburn. I don't know if you know that sometimes the hair around the front of your head also changes back. You know, I do have something to protect the skin a little bit. And I'm just basically applying the color, the bleach to these areas. You don't want to leave the stuff on your skin for sure. Okay, so you see me applying to my hair. I'm going to leave it on. Oh, and you definitely want to be checking the time frame of when you started. So far it's been like less than 5 minutes. I'm going to come back when it's time to check to see. I'm going to leave it in for about 45 minutes, but I'm going to check periodically to see if there's any areas that needs to be touched up some more, and I'll be right back. Okay, so I've had it in for like close to 45 minutes, not quite an hour. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to check. And yes, you see I do my eyebrows. And if I didn't mention it before, I'm not a professional, okay? I'm not a professional, but I have bleached my hair many, many years, many, many times. And I've done good and I have done bad. So far this is what it's looking like. Okay, don't let the whiteness fool you, because sometimes even though the hair is completely white, it does not necessarily mean that the hair is ready. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to go in between and I'm going to check for dark marks. Not dark marks, but just, you know, dark parts. Like if you can see right here, it's still a little bit yellow. So that's what I'm going to do. I'm going to take my time. I'm going to go through it little by little, and I'm going to check to see if any area needs a little extra time in between. So that is what I'm going to do now. Okay. And normally when you're bleaching just your roots, this is what you would do anyway, because you don't want to re-bleach the ends of the hair. The hair is already colored. All you're doing is basically touching up at the root. But because my hair is so short, and you can see right here, it's kind of dark right there. So I'm just going to spread it a little bit more in that area, because obviously that area needs a little bit more time. And I see a few more areas that's going to need just a little bit more time, just because of the yellowing. You can see the difference from an area like this that's completely bleached to an area that is, you know, needs a little bit more time. So I'm going to take care of that, because as I mentioned, it's still in a timely manner, and I'll be right back. So it's been the allotted time to leave it safely on my head. Now, if I need to touch up an area or a spot, I'll do that. Probably like within an hour or so. Sometimes I never re-bleach it a second time, but I will touch up an area or two if I have not taken care of it. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take this off. And as I keep saying, don't let all the whiteness be deceptive, because sometimes it can look like, oh, that thing is white, and when it ain't right. So I am going to wash this out, rinse this off, and I'll show you the final results. Okay, guys, so I have finished what I was doing. I bleached my hair. As you can see, I bleached my eyebrows. And since this is not a makeup tutorial, I just basically wanted you to see the color tone of my eyebrows when I'm done bleaching. Once again, I forgive you. Please, no, not forgive you, but please forgive me if I'm not looking directly where I need to look. You know, I need to get my mojo back, and eventually I'll get it down packed. But right now, just bear with me a little bit. And I showed you the products that I use. Is one product that I forgot to show. That's also a part of the Bond Bar. Is their binding recovery. So this is just like Sally's version of the Olaplex. You know, you use these different steps to help my type of hair, which is truly chemicalized because I am bleaching it and stripping it to the weakest that it can be. Let me show you what the result looks like right now. The only product that I have on my hair currently is leave-in conditioner, and the leave-in conditioner that I use is, of course, my Afro-G Shea Pro leave-in conditioner. This line right here is sold at Sally, but it's also sold at your local beauty supply store. This line right here, if you have any kind of damage from relaxer, from constantly blow drying your hair or straightening your hair, I would lean towards that because that helps build up the strength back into your hair. But I hardly have any hair, so this is the end result of me bleaching my hair. And as you can see, I don't see any dark marks. But once again, I got to look in the mirror real good. This is taking it all the way to platinum. Platinum was already at the tips, but now my roots are already platinum. And there is no yellowness, so that works out in my favor. Me, myself, I do not tone my hair because that is what I use the purple shampoo for, to tone and take out the brassiness of my hair. And when I have toned it before, but I didn't like the results because to me it made it look like a dull grayish type of color. And yes, I tried different T Weller's 13, 14. I tried the different ones to see if it would change the tone of the blonde, and then I realized that toning it is just not for me. And not saying it's not for you, it's just not for me. But this is the end result. So I'm going to style it and I'll be right back. Okay guys, so this is the final product. This is the finished look. What do you think? So I use the Pro Extreme. I use the Pro Extreme Clear gel to mold down my hair. Sometimes I put finger waves, sometimes I don't. You see, I put a little swoop in the front. That's it. As you can see, I did something with my eyebrows, and that is because I use my LA Brow Bestie in a dark blonde. I don't think you can see that. Well, either way, I'll list all my products down below. Now, my hair is still freshly washed and freshly gelled down. So, you know, when you put gel in your hair is kind of gooey. When it dries down some more, I'll follow it up with my African Essence oil drops just to give it a little bit of shine and also to take away that hard cast crunch that's going to be on the hair. And that's basically it. Thank you so much for tuning in, seeing my new products that I use. Of course, I'll have everything listed down below. Thank you for your tolerance for me looking all over the place except for straight at you. And I hope to see you on my next video. You know what to do. If you like it, please give it a thumbs up. If you have any comments or questions, please leave them down below. And thank you so much for watching. Bye, guys.